In a village tucked at the edge of the forest where the fog moved like breath along the ground, the people spoke softly of a night when all lights failed and a great noise rose from the trees. They called it the Night of the Boar. And the creature that came then was known as the Boar of the Hollow Creek, a monstrous pig with eye like coal and teeth that gleamed in the moonlight as if carved from the bone. For generations, the village lived by the rhythm of the season, planting in spring, tending the fields in summer, gathering in autumn, and telling stories to keep the dark bay in winter. Then the Night of the Boar came again, not in the year, but in the turning of a moon. And it moves like a storm through the village, breaking doors, tearing shutters, and dragging people from their homes to the cold, merciless ground. By the time the moon sank, every house stood empty, the fields lay trampled, and the village's heart seemed to have been carved out of the earth. All but one, a pregnant woman named Mara, had found shelter in a small cottage at the village. Her husband, gone to fetch water but never returned in time. Mara lay on a wooden bed, her breath shallow, her belly curved and round with a life within. The Boar of Hollow Creek moved closer, the heavy feet thudding on the boards, sniffing the air as though tasting for fear. Her mother's old lullaby rose in Mara's throat, a soft, worn tune she had learned as a girl. The words spoke of life gathering like light in a seed, of hope that grows even when the world grows dark. The lullaby was not a weapon, but it carried something ancient and stubborn, an unspoken vow that life would endure. Around Mara, in the cottage, she and the unborn child began to hum together with the house and the world outside. She whispered the names her mother had whispered to the wind, name of kin who had once lived here, and of a future that might still bloom. The old circle of ritual was rarely used, but in times like these, people kept careful words, salt drawn in a circle, a bell hung by the door, and a kettle of water kept boiling to give a steady, rising sound like a heartbeat. The boar pressed its snout against the door, pressed and pressed, as if knowing that inside lay a life it could not swallow. In the village's old tales, the creatures that had killed many were sometimes